So here we are in Power BI again, and you can see again my e-commerce sales analysis dashboard, which is really one of my favorites. And you can see here already the analysis of the revenue, the net sales, and the profit. And as you can see, this is just one visual. So let me guess, until today, you're using 3 single KPI cards to create this. And what I want to show you today is how you can use only one visual and create it in one go. For revenue, profit, and net sales, it is really a super cool way to show it because you see immediately how they behave to each other because the y-axis is always the same. And so the scaling is immediately right. So let's jump into Power BI and I will show you how you can do that. So here we are in Power BI again, and you can see again my e-commerce sales analysis dashboard, which is really one of my favorites. And you can see here already the analysis of the revenue, the net sales, and the profit. And as you can see, this is just one visual. To create it in one visual, you first need to create the DAX for all 3 KPI cards. So you need to create the DAX for the revenue, the net sales, and the total profit, which I did here. And in my case, this is just the sum of the sales. And then I did the same with the profit, which is just the sum of the profit. So here you can see the net sales. The net sales is calculated by the sum of the sales minus the discount. And then you have the 3 measures. The next thing you need to create is this table for the KPI chooser. And for this, I used some DAX. You can see the DAX here. I call it KPI chooser. I created a data table, 2 columns, one column called KPI, and the next one is called sort. The KPI column is a string column, while the sort, because I want to sort the translator, is an integer. So for revenue, we have 1, for net sales, we have 2, and for profit, we have 3, because this is the order I want to show them later. And the next thing we want to do now is we want to create the visual. So in this visual, you need the months. For the month 1 character, because I want the short ones. And for you to show you, I will drag the revenue in. So now you can see here the revenue, and you can see that there is a small multiples field. But at the moment, there is no indication what you could put in here because you can put in the KPIs from your KPI chooser in the small multiples. But you see that all the 3 charts look the same because at the moment, there is no information in this measure how to handle this. So you need to write a new measure, which I did here. As you seem to be interested into KPI cards, you may be also interested in this video where I show you super cool KPI cards with line charts and arrow bars. And I call the measure the display measure. So the display measure is checking which value is selected in the KPI, choose a KPI. So in this first row, if it says total revenue, it gives back the revenue. For total net sales, the net sales, and the same for profit. So we will drag in this measure instead of the revenue here, the display measure, and boom, you can already see the magic because now this small multiple can be applied because according to the KPI chooser, it knows exactly what it's showing and what it should show. And now we need the same for the past year, and for the past year we do the same. So I created also a measure, display measure past year. But for this it is much easier because I can calculate it out of the displayed measure. So I use a calculate that says display measure, date at calendar date -1 and the year, and I get the past year. And I can also drag this in now. We will change the color of the bars or the columns for the past year into a gray. And now you can already see that you have these 3 charts with just one visual, and you can show measures that are not connected to each other in the original dataset. I hope you liked the video, and I really hope you will apply the small multiples with non-connected measures in the original dataset in your next project. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. I wish you a great day now and hope to see you on my channel soon. Bye bye.